Hi, I'm Pastor Deborah Porras, and I'm the pastor of Beverly Hills United Methodist Church in Alexandria. Pastor Eduardo Carrillo and I are journeying together with our three churches during this Lenten season in a series called It's Not Too Late. Have you ever felt like you made one wrong decision too many, or made one mistake too many in a relationship, or you look around your community or your world and everything seems too broken to fix? Well, this series is for you. Lent is the time where we are reminded and called back into full relationship with God through Christ, to turn back in repentance and to discover once again the hope that Christ offers, the hope that we will celebrate on Easter, of new life, of salvation. And that salvation comes from forgiveness and comes from redemption. And our God reminds us that we can not only live into this hope, but we can safely come back to say, I failed, God, and God will scoop us up, and God will put us back on the right path and help us discover life, discover a new path. And we can do this over and over and over again. It is never too late. And it is never too late for the world. So any problem that you think seems too big for us to solve together, when we rely on God's Spirit and God's power, the possibilities are endless, and the kingdom will be built and will come to fruition in all of its fullness and beauty one day. In this Lenten season, as we journey together, we're going to begin with looking at a passage from Deuteronomy. And this passage is one of those classic passages that calls us to repentance, to turn back to God, and reminds us that each and every day we are given many choices throughout our day. And those choices are often leading us to a closer relationship with God, leading us down the path God desires for us, or leading us away from God and down possibly destructive paths. And so as we are walking through our daily lives, walking our Christian journey as disciples, we are given these choices, a choice of life or a choice of brokenness, choice that leads to God or leads away from God. And these choices are all around us and scattered throughout our days and our lives. And so we're reminded as we begin this Lenten journey that it is not too late, and that we have these choices constantly, and it is never too late to make the right choices, to discover God's path, and to embrace the practices, as we will this Lenten season, that enable us to hear and see where God is leading us in our lives, what choices we are called to make and being led to make, and what amazing possibilities they are for life. Hope you will join us on Sunday as we begin this excellent Lenten series, It's Not Too Late, and discover everything God has in store for us and more.